Hello, friends. It's Chop. Just something he got on.
Well, that
You
was
could
part
say
of it.
that.
But I just want to say for the listeners at home who aren't, getting the visual here in the studio, because the previous Chapo, the original Chapo hosts have been brought in right from the cryogenic prison. They are all naked. Literally, they are not wearing clothes. So
Yeah.
Okay, look, I just want to be very clear here. I've been frozen for 25 years, so please keep that in mind.
yes, it's not your fault. I mean,
any
you were brought
snickering.
here. You were brought here by the state, yes, but they are naked in the studio. But I have a question that I think our viewers, our listeners at home would love to hear, just because cryogenic imprisonment is kind of a hot topic of debate right now. So I'm curious if the question kind of on the country's mind is cryogenic freezing really even a punishment, since you're not aware of the passage of time? You just kind of go to sleep and wake up. There's no.
I have to say,
Are you guys
it was very
pissed,
pleasant
or-
for me. I had a great time. I loved
Yeah,
it.
it's some people have even reported it to be pleasurable. That's very
It
interesting.
was in my mind. It was like I was playing like a PS10 the whole time. Like two super immersive video games of
sick.
my choice. So a lot of paradox-based turn
that is sick.
strategy games.
That is really sick.
That's really so. Like, were they games that you created in your own head, or were they games you had previously played?
No, they were all in my mind. I essentially became God. It was pretty awesome.
Okay.
And then I got to say, when they woke me up, I was a little annoyed.
What did you do as God?
Just create some worlds. Just create some initial conditions, and then just sort of check it out. Pop in and out
That's
of the
sick.
individual consciousnesses of people
So
within a
you
given
did-
society I've created. Get
You
it from
did
the
have a
inside,
sense
that
of the
kind
passage of time then.
It kind of stretched out into infinity. I kind of felt like I was
Okay.
suspended between time, really, outside of it.
Yeah, you do seem very calm about all of this.
Yeah. That's why when you said my name was Matt Christensen earlier, I'm like, you know what? That sounds right. What difference does it make?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that
Arbitrary
is.
labels taken on and put off easily.
Is that not correct?
I don't really remember. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because I was also wondering if it was Maddie Christmas.
It might have been at some point to a certain rude third grader who I certainly showed him what for when he said it, by the way.
You showed a third grader
jeez.
something?
Well, I was also a third grader.
Oh, okay.
I gotta say here, April. Contra Matt's answered the question. I mean, he's been playing fucking Crusader Kings for the last 25 years. My experience of being cryogenically frozen was categorically different than Matt's. Basically, the last conscious thought I remember having before being taken and frozen was the last scene of the Coen brothers' first movie, Blood Simple, where Emmett Walsh's character is dying under a sink, and the last thing he sees is a sort of like water droplet forming on the pipe, and it sort of shivers over his head, and he's waiting for it to fall as he dies, and then he goes into eternity waiting for that little bead of water to drip on his forehead. That was the last thought I had. So I've spent the last 25 years looking at a droplet of water that's never going to fall on me. It was a fucking nightmare.
Damn, that sucks.
Okay.
That does sound very
So,
rough.
It's kind of a gamble.
I'm sorry.
It's kind of a gamble.
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for any pain I may have caused you. Look, I didn't become God. I'd like to know if Matt still has his God powers and if the Jewish people still have their covenant with God, because there's some things I'd like to do.
According to President Zendaya, no. But
Ooh,
I don't want
that's
to
tough.
dive too deep into that. Yeah.
Well, okay, then, I mean, I guess my suspended animation was the last 25 years we had that, because I had 25 years of Dybbuk's, golems, and Jewish monsters that people don't even know about.
Do you want to tell us about those monsters?
geez.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
was I through like the Biederman Foundation, funded by the Dead Wife Club, people were able to, nephews, nieces, sons, daughters were able to like upload things that I enjoyed during my life into my suspended animation. So I was in a 25-year long Counter-Strike game. I had every knife, I had every glove, I had everything, except instead of CTs versus Ts, which everyone's used to, it was Dybbuk's versus golems. And when I didn't feel like shooting or, crouch jumping or, throwing my smokes, I could sit down and just talk with these classic Jewish monsters. And those weren't the only ones. there was sort of a sort of Judaic interpretation of Candlejack from Freakazoid.
Okay. Okay.
There was a sort of a swamp thing, but he exists in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and I learned so much from these Tanakh monsters, and I'm really sad to see them go, honestly.
Well, that sounds like a really great area for you to expand your media empire. Like maybe it could be like a Goosebumps version of Jewish folklore.
I was thinking more like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. So would it be like a card game in a TV series or just a card game or
Well, I think like cards would probably be a little outdated for now. I think Google Glass is probably like the thing now, right? Like that's probably like everyone.
Oh yeah, Google Glass is all over.
Everyone is wearing
Right
Google
now,
Glass. These are I'm wearing Google Glass right now.
Yeah. Out of respect, because you are all nude, my Google Glass is currently enhancing your Johnsons, so they're absolutely gigantic.
Thank you.
Yes. Google Glass has essentially, enabled the visual field of the world to change in some big ways.
As big as your leg and rock hard.
Okay,
They're all kind of meeting up in the center of the worm.
I can get used to this.
April and Grace, I'm very interested into what my dick looks like in the metaverse, and I have so many questions about the politics and culture of this strange world that's frightening and alien to me. I mean, it sounds like it's some sort of totalitarian gender dystopia. But the main question I have for you guys, I mean, I guess like
not
the
dystopia,
one thing
but otherwise, yes,
utopia,
and very gender. Very gender.
Utopia.
I want to know, like, I mean, it's going to be imperative for me to know, as long as I, live the rest of my wretched, cursed life on this hellhole. Is gender allowed now, or is gender abolished, or is gender rigidly enforced?
Well, gender is a thing wherein everyone is just who they are. But if you have a penis, you have a badge of some sort, which you guys can probably all see right here on my chest.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a blue triangle. So yes, I'm a woman, but because I have a penis, I have to use a special bathroom.
Totally. Just because people, people with penises can be threats to the non-penis individuals of the world.
I'm a threat all the time. Sometimes my penis makes me touch it to go pee.
Sometimes
and is that not assault?
I would say it is.
But people like April who have vaginas, they can just piss out in the open. And they're just on the street. Everything's going well for them. So yeah, anybody can be the gender they want, but if you have a penis, bad. So,
Okay. I mean, that sounds like something to figure out. I guess if I don't go back in or kill myself, I will figure out if I go on Lex, if that's still around, or whatever I do.
Well, Lex is kind of the primary social media of the world.
Lex is the primary social media, but AMAB individuals, so anybody who originally had a penis is not allowed to use it anymore.
Yes, they've all been banned.
Pretty much just your they fabs, your it fabs, your she fabs. A lot of she fabs on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
all right.
It'll take some getting used to, but I guess aside from that horrifying reality that I'm gonna have to sort of just get along with now. My primary question for you. This has been, in addition to that droplet of water, this has been frozen in my mind for the last 25 years. One of the last things that happened to me before the Felix incident is in early in 2024, the release of the movie I wrote, directed, and starred in. It's called Good Pipe. You may remember it was about a sort of like, the character not based on me. I mean, many of the critics misunderstood that at the time, but it was about sort of like it's about a guy in Brooklyn.
Gigolo.
It's about a guy in Brooklyn, and he solves this sort of dastardly political conspiracy by being very good. I seem to remember being very angered before being put under, because critics described it as puerile, self-indulgent, repellent
good.
in many levels. So
I
guess
love
what I'm
it.
wondering is,
I just want to say I love it.
Even though it's been banned
so good.
now, I did love it when I I found a forbidden copy and I did watch it.
Yeah, we watched it in high school together, actually. Well, April was out of high school, but she still hung out with me a lot, which that was a little bit before age gap relationships, which by the way also mean friendships became illegal. But we thought it was so funny that it was called Good Pipe because not only was this guy laying good pipe, but he also owned a smoke shop. So he sold good pipes. And we thought that was just absolutely hilarious. But we also understood the political statement that the movie was saying, which is men are evil because they will use their sexual penises to get what they want and change politics.
Well, you know what? Despite the fact that I will not be able to use my penis anymore, the fact that my film has been, with the benefit of time, been heralded as the work of genius, that I think we can all now properly appreciate it for being.
Yes. Well, I think your film is like a modern day Pineapple Express that's 25 years old.
I mean, in Pineapple Express, man, right before I went under, man, does that movie hold up? Boy, that's laughs from start to finish.
I have some really bad news for you. It doesn't hold up.
Oh, I didn't want to say this.
No.
I didn't want to say this.
In 2049, it actually
No way.
It actually doesn't hold up in 2049.
Oh my fucking! That's the worst thing. That's the
It
worst
held up
fucking
really
thing you told
well in
us.
2024, but it does not hold
What
up
the
in
hell are we trying
2049.
to say as a society if we can't respect
Listen,
and acknowledge the genius?
I didn't want to say this
like that.
because I know you guys love James Franco, but in 2036, James Franco was canceled for not voting for Zendaya. Yeah, he famously did not vote for Zendaya. He just did not check a box off. And that turned him from feminist hero, from trans ally, into enemy of the state.
And they did punish him. He actually was forced to endure a kind of real life 127 hours scenario.
This is oh god.
They tore off his penis. He had to tear
is
off
it with his
his penis.
dick?
They trapped his
They did
penis
100
between a rock.
Yeah, they did 127 hours on his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will this be? Can I look forward to a similar punishment if I use my dick for non peeing purposes?
Wait. Let's be clear. People with penises can still, as long as Zendaya ships it.
Okay. Okay. This is so far. This has been mostly bad news. The James Franco and Pineapple Express thing is devastating to me. People used to say I was the James Franco of heterosexual relationships with significantly younger women.
Yes, people did say that.
Yeah,
People always were saying that.
This is all tough.